Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss The Croods, A New Age, featuring the voices of Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds, Catherine Keener, Cloris Leachman, Clark Duke, Leslie Mann, Peter Dinklage, and Kelly Marie Tran, and directed by Joel Crawford. Now, welcome back to The Croods after a month after the first film. And we'll see if this improves. But before I get there, I did watch this movie twice on my Apple TV as a rental, I'll say. But it's worth it. So let's see if the movie's worth it. Let's get into it. We open with Guy as a young boy trying to find tomorrow by a light as he's lost and his parents died from quick mud. And he follows the light and meets Belt, and grows as a man and is returning voice of Ryan Reynolds as he's encouraged by Eep, who's returning voice of Emma Stone, who recaps the story of the first film when she meets Grug with the returning voice of Nicolas Cage and his wife Uga, returning voice of Catherine Keener, Gran, returning voice of Cloris Leachman, Sandy, and Thunk, returning voice of Clark Duke running from danger, with their tiger cat, and I'm liking the family much better than last time, as Guy and Eep are really in love. As Grug says a lot in this movie, the pack stays together. Which it did get on my nerves after a while, but Guy and Eep want to live together alone as Grug overhears and he finds a wall which will lead to a place where there's food and a very pretty world. This time the animation works so much better than the first film. Then they eat a lot of food and they in there and finds a banana. Grug does, I'll say, as he wants to eat it, but some chicken alarms some family as the Croods get captured and meet Hope and Phil Betterment, voiced by Leslie Mann and Peter Dinklage, as they recognize Guy from a long time ago, before there was the end of the world, and they go to the Betterman's home, and Guy reunites with Dawn, voiced by Kelly Marie Tran from the last two Star Wars sequels, as they don't understand mirrors, windows, and private rooms, as Eep falls in love with their new best friend Dawn. And everything is eatable except for bananas for plot reasons I'll get to later in the film. And this is making me laugh a little bit more than in the first film, at least in my opinion. The Bettermans think of kicking the Croods out and want to keep Guy with Dawn while giving them a bunch of genius ideas, and Eep sees Guy is changing and probably for the worse, while Eep shows Dawn her scars and shows off her peanut toe and on her pinky toe missing, and they have a ride with the tiger cat over the wall and jump over things, and Dawn gets scars of her own while Guy doesn't know a thing about toilets, which is kind of funny. Thunk plays with his pet Douglas, and Grug goes to a sauna with Phil, and they talk about their problems and Uga gets a farewell basket from Hope saying they want the Croods to leave while they want to stay with the Bettermans. And I like this world better than in the first film because it's pretty and it's telling a better story than the first film. Grug and Uga eat all the bananas, and as Eep and Dawn return home with the tiger cat, and Guy hears them coming home as he says she's not a cave girl. And Eep gets the wrong idea like being a cave girl is a bad thing. And Phil tells everyone about the deal he made with Grug while it was hot in the sauna. And Grug tells Hope about it at the dinner table as Eep and Guy break up with Grug. As Grug confesses to Phil, he and Uga ate all the bananas, and they tell the story of something behind the wall of a creature that loves to collect bananas, and we see it's a punch monkey as it has an army to capture Phil, Grug, and Guy and takes them to their lair, and I enjoy this as it's kind of funny in my opinion. Better than, at least more humorous than last time. Eep, Uga, Dawn, Hope, and Gran, as well as Thunk, try to find Grug, Phil, and Guy as Gran talks about the Thunder Sisters. Meanwhile, Guy speaks with the monkeys to tell the story of the Punch Monkey's boss, which is a giant monster monkey. And if there's no bananas, the monster eats the Punch Monkeys, which sounds scary as the monkeys learns how to make weapons, fire, and other things, thanks to Phil. Grand's hare, named Pegasus, flies to find the men, and Hope overreacts and gets stuck in ice with some spider wolves. As Dawn sees they're afraid of their babies, and she tells everyone to lower their weapons and become friends, which is cute, I will admit it. Uga finds Eep while finding firewood, and they talk about Guy, and they made a fire and sleep pile as it's warm and cozy, and Hope realizes it is as she confesses she was wrong. Meanwhile, Guy tries to keep Phil and Grug alive as they fight each other with fists. And Guy says they're going to be sacrificed by the giant creature as bananas. Grand's hair comes back to tell the Thunder Sisters the men are at a mountain, and they ride the spider wolves to the mountain to get to the men and get them out of there while they're being disguised as bananas. And the men confess how sorry they are, and they become giant, and they find a giant monster which looks like Rafiki in The Lion King, to be honest. And it cracked me up in some weird kind of way. And the Thunder Sisters come in and kick some monkey booty as Grand's hair goes inside the giant Rafiki's nose, and they get the men out of there as Grug and Phil are left behind, and they hug and call each other Banana Brothers, which was cute as they get out of there. And Eep gets out, and Guy saves her life and confesses to Eep that she is his tomorrow. And they defeat the giant Rafiki by throwing and dropping rocks, and Eep drops the giant Rafiki with her rock, and Peanut Toe with the giant rock. And as soon as they grab Eep's peanut toe, the Punch Monkeys are free as the giant Rafiki falls down to its death. And Eep and Guy are in love, and the Croods and the Bettermans are in the Punch Monkeys stay together, and Eep and Guy move next door, which with their own privacy, and Sandy says her first word, which was boomsies, which is cute. I'm gonna admit that too. Even Belt has himself a girlfriend, and the climax was cute. It was pretty funny, but let's see how this goes compared to the original. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 6.9 out of 10. So much better than the first film, as it's told much better. I like the actors in their roles, and this is a cute movie with times it was pretty funny as I was laughing. The animation did get pretty at times, as I like being in this world more than in the first film. So yeah, families, go check this out. And it's fun for the kids, and the adults will be pleasantly surprised like I was. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on this Croods series. And until whenever we get another one, which I don't know when that'll be,